Namaste everyone, this is Sandeep and welcome to my channel Only Study by Sandeep Dhiman. Today we are going to start lesson number 9, Medieval Period. So history can be divided into three parts: the ancient, the medieval and the modern. Okay, the period before prehistoric times to 7th century is known as ancient history. Then after, from 17th century to 18th century, it is medieval period, and then after comes modern period. Okay, if we talk about Europe, then from 5th to 15th century CE is known as medieval period, but in India it is medieval period is from 8th to 18th century CE. Okay, during this period several changes took place, not only in India but in all the countries, in all the continents, but especially in Europe, America and Asia. Though in ancient time Indian culture had remained aloof from outside world, but during medieval period Indian culture was highly influenced by the changes that took place in other countries, and these influences are evident in the culture, administration, economy, language and religious beliefs of the people even today. Okay, let's know about the sources of information of this period. So literature and archaeological findings are very important to know about this period. Religious works are also there, some commentaries are also there that are based on Puranas and Smritis. Non-religious works are also there that are done on medicines, astronomy, drama and literature. They give us information about the social, economic, political and literary conditions of that period. And some autobiographies, the orders of the rulers, the letters written during this period, they help us to understand the life of the people during the medieval period. An example is also here. Prithviraj Rosso. This is a book. It was written by Chandvardai. It throws light on the administration and the life of the people in North India during the reign of Prithviraj Chauhan. Prithviraj Chauhan was a famous Rajput ruler. He fought two battles. In our next lessons, we'll discuss about that. If we talk about the Muslim rulers, they also encourage the writing of historical accounts. The well-known works of this period are Tehqeeq-e-Hind, that was written by Al-Biruni. Ain-e-Akbari is also there, that is the biography of Akbar. It was written by Abul Fazl. And one important thing about the Akbar, that he was illiterate. He knew nothing about reading and writing. Okay, these two books are written in Persian language. Okay, sometimes it is asked what is the language of Ain-e-Akbari or what is the language of Tehqeeq-e-Hind. So these two books are written in Persian. Then after, there are some travel accounts of the foreign visitors like Ibn Battuta, Marco Polo, Vernier. They are some important visitors, travelers. They wrote their travel accounts, and these travel accounts give us important information about this period. Then after, if we talk about some important achievements, then the paper was very popular and easily available, and it encouraged the writing of records, and the rulers, the temples and the monasteries collected these manuscripts and they kept it, and these manuscripts are the major source of information about this period. Okay, next, if we talk about, now these records are very old, and as they were written in variety of languages, so over a period they have undergone various changes in grammar, vocabulary, meanings or interpretations, and now their meanings are changed. For example, Hindustan in that time, in medieval period, it was referred to the place where the Hindus live. But now the name of our country is changed, and it is in our constitution, the name of our country is India or Bharat. Okay, so some changes are there in these accounts, but still this is very important. These are very important sources of information about that period. These manuscripts provide us a lot of useful information about the history, about the medieval time, about the medieval period, about the life of that period. They tell us that there was a fast development during this period, and people, they went in search of opportunities, and in result they exchanged their ideas regarding agriculture, weaving, food, and many ranks and differentiations emerged in the society. And this period was a period of technological development like Persian wheel, spinning wheel, etc. Look here. Do you know? Look here. Do you know? So, national and state governments keep records of documents, documents and manuscripts in archives. Okay, so archive is a place where governments keep records, documents and manuscripts. Okay, if we talk about our national archive, then it is located in New Delhi. Now here, excavation of medieval towns, shrines and villages, along with the paintings, monuments, sculptures, coins and inscriptions, they also give us a lot of information about the different aspects of the society and culture of medieval period. In our next lesson, we'll discuss about all the dynasties, the rulers, the peoples, their administration, their life, their culture, everything. Okay, we'll discuss Delhi Sultanate, we'll discuss different dynasties, we'll discuss Mughal Empire. Okay, all that in our next lessons. This is all for the day. In your few questions are here, try to solve them. In next class we'll solve all the exercise. Thank you.